Are you signing up for the beauty pageant? You know, maybe I will. Dressed like that, I'll definitely win again. Not if we can help it. Hi! Welcome to Delightfully Dolls, where dolls are small and our hearts are big. Today, we'll be making a doll beauty pageant look. And let me just tell you, this look is sweet. So, what we'll need is a needle and thread, or fabric glue, but a needle and thread is always the better option. Some sparkly mesh material, which ours is pink, some fabric, and we're using old leggings. It's better if it's stretchier for this project. A white crayon to mark the fabric, but you could also use chalk if you have dark material. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter, as long as you can see. And scissors. But remember, scissors can be evil, so have an adult tame them for you. Okie dokie, artichokey. So, to begin, we're going to take our doll and lay her out on the fabric. Now you're going to take your marker or your chalk or crayon and mark on your material where you want your dress to be. I'm going to make it go from the shoulder to mid-thigh, and it's going to be a strapless dress. So after you've made a little mark and seen about the measurement of your dress, take the doll away and continue that line all the way across the fabric. Now make sure your line is as straight as possible, and if you have to, use a ruler. After drawing your line all the way across, you're going to take your scissors, snippy snippy, and cut all the way across. And don't mind me, I'm just a little kooky, but aren't we all? So just keep snipping all the way across your fabric. And now, since I use leggings, it's in a circular form, but we don't want that. So we are going to take our leggings and snip down the side. Not on both sides, but just through one. Because we want one long piece of material. Now, you're going to fold your material over at the top, just the smallest bit, and then glue or sew across using a straight stitch. Okay, after you've hemmed the top by sewing or gluing, take your cute little dolly and just fold the fabric over so you can see where you want your dress to end. So I'm going to make it tight, so I'll pull on the fabric while I have this folded over and take my crayon again and mark on the side the line of her body so I can make it skin tight kind of dress. But if you want yours to be more flowy, then make it more flowy. Just draw out however you want that dress to be. After I take the Barbie away, we can see here that the line is pretty curvy, which will be good to make it skin tight and very on our Barbie, like very tight on our Barbie. I can't talk today. Okay, so then turn it so that the bad side will be facing up and fold it over and line up the edge of the material to the line where you drew over here. Now, you're going to take your needle and thread and sew down the curved line, staying on point as you can. Or take your glue and glue on that side to attach. So, you can see here now that I sewed down the line that I drew. So just to make sure, we have to try it on our doll to make sure it's not too big, too small. Essentially that it fits, of course, because you wouldn't want to waste your material. So, yes, it's a good size. And now we're going to cut off the excess material on the side here. So let me get my scissors and just snip. Be very, very careful that you do not cut off the thread, because everything's gonna fall apart and all your hard work will be gone. I accidentally cut the thread. Oops! But I don't. So you can see here, this dress is already on point. So now we'll put the doll aside and we'll take our mesh pink material now. And it's so sparkly, I love it. So I want mine to go in a frill around the dress. To achieve this, I'm going to take the end of this mesh and fold it over. Then I'll cut out the little rectangle I've made by folding the material. So now that I've cut out this pink folded over rectangle of mesh, we are going to take our needle and thread again, which you've got to make sure it's knotted at the end, and we're going to sew a straight stitch through this mesh. And don't worry about making it too tight, you just want the material to gather. So after you've sewn through the whole mesh, it's going to just look like one long line. But you're going to take this and pull so that material gathers. But you don't want it to be too small. You want it to be able to fit around your dress. So you're going to take the dress and see if it fits all the way around after you've pulled it. If it's too small, you're going to have to loosen it up a bit more. And if it's too long, pull so that the material will all scrunch up, because I want a little frilly look at the bottom. And after it fits all the way around, you can tie your knot at the end. So now that we can see it fits all the way around the dress, we're going to take the dress off of the doll. We'll have to reposition that tutu looking skirt part. And now wrap it around the dress and sew it on. But be very careful that you don't sew all the way through the dress, or else there'll be no space for the doll's legs to come through. So just sew around the perimeter of it. So now that we can see it fits all the way around the dress, we're going to take the dress off of the doll. We'll have to reposition that tutu looking skirt part. And now wrap it around the dress and sew it on. But be very careful that you don't sew all the way through the dress, or else there'll be no space for the doll's legs to come through. So just sew around the perimeter of it. As an accessory for a doll dress, which is totally cute, we are going to be making a doll headband using some handy fabric glue and a needle and thread, not just one or the other. You could also use just like liquid glue, but glue that's liquid. Yep. A bottle cap ring, those ones you find on your bottle. Just pry that little thing off. Some ribbon. You could use any color, but we're going to use black and pink. And some scissors. Oops. But remember, scissors can be evil sometimes, so have an adult tame them for you. So to start off our little headband, we're going to take the bottle cap ring and a pair of scissors and just snip it in half wherever you want. So I'm going to snip it right here. And now, since it has these little spiky parts on the side, I'm also going to cut that off because I do not want that there. So just trim off any excess parts that you don't want on your headband. So now that we've cut this out, you can see it's already starting to look more like a headband. If you wanted to, you could just leave it like this and have a plain white one, but we want to add a little bit of garnishes. So we are going to take our ribbon and start to just fold it like little triangles and wrap it around and around. We're going to try to make a rose. So just make like a little breast cancer sign there and then just keep going. Wrap it around. And as you can see, it's already starting to look a little like a rose. Keep going. Now after you've sewed, make sure you put a knot at the end. And now you're just going to snip off the rest of that ribbon. As close as you can without cutting off the thread. Now you have your little ribbon and makes a rose. And you could put just one, but we're going to do 3. Or you could cover it all with little roses. So repeat this as many times as you'd like. Okay, so now that we've completed our 3 little roses, we're going to get out our fabric glue and we're going to glue them onto the headband. So I'm just going to take our little spool of thread and I'm going to balance the headband on top. Now I open up my fabric glue and just place a little drop on it. And I'm going to stick on my one black rose. And now beside it, I'm going to put the pink one. And finally, on its other side, I position the last pink little rose, and it's looking so cute! And now I'm going to let this dry. After you've finished and the headband has dried, just pop it right onto your little doll. And now we'll move on to the next part of this outfit, and we'll start on the sash. We will be using a ribbon, which is nice and white, and a needle and thread. You'll want it to be as close in color to your ribbon as possible, but you can also use fabric glue. Start by taking your ribbon and wrapping it around your doll. Now take some scissors and cut it around the waist area. Make your sash as long or as short as you please, but it's better to be longer. Now take your ribbon away, and you're going to sew on an angle right around where you cut. I will be using a straight stitch. When you sew though, make sure your ribbon is inside out instead of on the good side. Now after sewing, since your ribbon is on the bad side, you're going to want to turn it inside out. And our good side is more glossy, so that's how we determine which side we want it to be the good side. So take your doll and just put the ribbon over top and slide it right on. Video. Now you have completed the cutest sash ever. Our look is almost done, but wait, what's a pageant girl without her bouquet? So to make our bouquet, we are going to make one just like this, So we will use tape, some tissue paper. Ours will be pink in a flower color. You could do red, pink, blue, whichever suits you. And scissors. But remember, scissors can be evil, so have an adult tame them for you. We'll also be using a piece of paper. So, cut out a piece of paper, and now you're going to take your square and start to roll it into a cone-like shape. Now, you're going to get your tape and take a piece to tape at the side. Now take your piece of tape and just lay it onto your little cone. And now we're going to make the flowers by grabbing tissue paper and cutting out a small rectangle. We're going to take that rectangle and roll it. After you've rolled it, it'll sort of look like a little flower here. So now, we try to put it into our cone so you can see where we need to trim it off. And if this is as far as it fits, then we cut it off about here to have our little flower. Now take the rest of the piece that you've rolled and put it inside the cone as well. Continue this process and fill your cone until you have enough flowers. So, if you want to, you can make the dress have a long trail. Or you could just keep it as a small dress. As well, you can add multiple roses to the crowns and writing on the sash. But we just left ours blank to give space for imagination. Our craft is complete and our time has been sweet. And now that we're done, come back for more fun. See ya! Looks like someone decided to copy my style. You mean wear it better? No, actually I wear better. No, I do. Tell us in the comments below who you actually think wears it better. And don't forget to hit that like button like it stole your Doritos. Comment, share, and subscribe.